元気いいな、ソウルくんは。何かいいことでもあったのかい？
Is that it? You satisfied?
Oh boy.
Don't ruin that.
What's up guys, Soul Animation here, back at it again with some more shit.
What's up guys, Soul here with my brother Joey the Anime Man.
Hi.
Be more excited, Joey.
Hey! We watched the DanMachi movie thanks to Bookwalker. DanMachi Arrow of the Orion. It's set to come out February 15th.
Coming out in Japan. So today Bookwalker took us to Warner Brothers Studios, a small theater, for a screening before the movie actually releases.
Super VIP screening.
Soon. Red chairs and everything.
It was a VIP screening, to be fair.
We got to go to this really small theater in Roppongi in Japan, and the movie releases in Japan in about 2 weeks. I'm not sure when it will release overseas yet, but probably, I'd assume, sometime this year.
Maybe like back half of this year.
The last spin-off season was when, Joey?
Oratoria, which was like April 2017, so like 2 years ago?
About 2 years ago. And then the original series aired, I remember talking about it on the channel in 2016. And I mean, it was obviously pretty hyped because of Hestia. Well, Hestia is back with 2 strings now.
Two strings, baby!
You haven't noticed. Which is the main point of this movie.
Does she have 2 strings? Oh yeah, shit.
She does, dude. New character design.
It's like completely enveloping a boob. One on a waist as well.
That's 3 strings on this bitch.
3 memeable strings.
3 memeable strings right there.
We got a new girl with blue hair who is named
Artemis, because Hestia is a god. I think Artemis is like an angel. Like she's like best friends with Hestia.
Yeah, she shows up in the movie and then runs straight past Hestia and hugs Belle when Hestia is super excited to see her. So apparently they're old friends.
I think they were friends like back when Hestia was living up with the gods.
Before Belle, I guess.
Yeah, before she came down to Earth. So we have the characters here. We have Blue Eyes, White Chick, Hestia's Bestia. We have fucking Anime McCree. We have Lolly Cat Girl with tits. We have Zelda. And we have and we have redhead Klein.
Yeah, Klein's the only character I remember.
And we have whitehead Kirito. So there you go. He's whitehead Kirito. Same voice actor. He does a thing called the Matsuoka scream. Yeah, like that particular scream. He does that in the second half of the movie, and all I could see was Kirito. I actually liked the TV series. I actually quite liked the first season.
I enjoyed Hestia's Bestia. I mean, I enjoyed the first season.
Yeah, Hestia's a great character.
I had it in a top anime video back in 2016. This movie starts off just kind of getting us accustomed back to where Hestia and Belle are, and then he ends up pulling a spear out of a rock that no one else can find. And the blue-haired girl, Artemis, shows up, old best friends with Hestia. So when Hestia goes up to run and hug her, she like runs past her, of course, straight up to Belle, and runs straight into its harem.
He pulled the spear out. It's like a special spear that Artemis like sent to Earth to find like the chosen one. And Belle just happens to be the chosen one. And so Artemis is like, you're the chosen one, you're the Orion. She calls him throughout the entire movie. It's like, you're the Orion, because it's the arrow of the Orion.
But not just because of the spear. So this girl kind of comes to like him, which obviously bothers Hestia, right?
Yeah. Well, it bothers Hestia. The backstory of Artemis is she's like one of the 3 like angels that is like very pure and very against romantic relationships. So for Hestia, it's really weird to see Artemis being romantic. She's not supposed to be like that at all.
So as soon as they meet, they start to go on this adventure. Who brings the 3 dragons?
It was a character that came out in the first season. Part of a different familiar. I just don't remember which one it was. Basically, characters from the first season come out and help Hestia and the crew.
Like with transportation, pretty much, they bring them dragons.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Belle has to ride with the new girl, Artemis. And then Hestia's on her own.
And then Hestia fucking bitches about it.
Hestia goes with Hermes. She's pretty much...
Anime McCree.
She's either falling asleep or extremely jealous the whole time, as you'd expect from Hestia. And then Belle gets super close with the new girl. Hestia's really jealous, but then they have some kind of intimate conversation.
The plot twist, which we can't say in this video. The reason why Artemis comes down to Earth is because she wants the chosen one, in this case Belle, to use the spear to defeat her enemy that she's been trying to defeat this whole time. So Artemis traps this guy in a giant castle to like hold back his powers. But while the monster has been inside the castle, his powers have like accumulated over time, and he's like almost close to breaking the seal. And if he breaks the seal, then the entire world is pretty much fucked. So that's why Artemis is like, you gotta kill this monster with this particular spear that was chosen by Belle. And so that's why everyone goes to the castle to try and defeat the monster.
And even before then, some monsters that Belle has to face off against to save a little girl. He uses the same old attacks that we saw in the very first season of the show. This is still like a spin-off, right?
It's an original story written by the author, but it's not like putting.
But it's still connected to that world.
It's basically a spin-off.
Read the light novels on Bookwalker, by the way.
Yeah, use coupon code the Anime Man.
If you guys want to go read the light novels for the original, I'll leave a link in the description. And anyways, he uses powers from the first season back in 2016, but then he also uses the fear to just completely, absolutely destroy the monsters who are scorpions in this movie. I enjoyed a lot of the 2D animation in this movie, but the CGI was just kind of really jarring for me when the monsters just came out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't want to say the first half of the movie, but the first third of the movie, I would say we didn't really see any CGI, right? Like it was most 2D animation, right? Until monsters came in and it was just super jarring. Like,
although to be fair, it's not as bad as like some of JC Staff's older works, and also like not as bad as a lot of CGI out there. Like it was a bit jarring at first, but I got pretty used to it at the end.
They've obviously gotten better, and it's that movie quality that you love. I mean, it would probably be better animation than the TV series, wouldn't you say? Like especially some parts of it.
Yeah, I think so.
The animation was really good overall. I enjoyed it. It's just the CG kind of.
When Zelda shows up, she destroys all of the scorpions in like one shot.
Right.
But she was always powerful in the first season as well.
No, but around after that fight, I think where they end up is at a campsite, like for the night.
So Hermes' familiar is already there, and they meet them there in front of the castle, and they work together with Hermes' familiar to try and break through into the castle to defeat the main guy.
Yeah, super cliche scene where they're like, all the girls are in the lake in the onsen, and then the guys have to try and
that was a funny
come up with
scene.
a plan. That was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Hermes like comes up with this whole scheme, I guess, and it's like a
super
battle speech.
It's like a battle tactic.
It was like this battle speech, like before.
Like like it's like super inspiring battle speech, and there's like guys in the crowd like crying.
Yeah, I remember that. That was one of the best parts of the movie. This guy's like super speech to pump everyone up to go like spy on the girls while they're bathing.
Yeah.
Which was absolutely worth it and hilarious, no matter how cliche it was.
All the girls were there except for Artemis and Hestia.
I think they pinned like Hermes up in a waterfall or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Which he was like, we saw him swinging later on.
Yeah, so Artemis is bathing by herself, and Belle escapes from like the guys. Just happens to stumble upon Artemis.
Stumble upon her
lake.
in all of her beauty, with the moonlight shining down on her. She's completely naked, and Belle just happens to stumble upon her perfectly.
Yeah,
I would say most MCs would just turn away, but he literally just stares at her.
Yeah,
for a minute.
no
shame whatsoever.
No shame. He's just fucking like.
Not until she like turns around does he like.
He's like, oh, I totally didn't like stare at you for 30 seconds awkwardly.
I haven't been standing here the whole time at all.
I totally did not pull my pants down.
But then they cover up, and I guess they have a super serious and intimate conversation.
And then they dance on the moon, dance in the pool, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, they start dancing.
But that was some pretty OST right there during that dance.
Yeah.
Though. And then all the while, Hestia is talking to Hermes about the plot twist that we can't say.
Artemis was telling Belle about how she is like, the setting of her as a god. Like she's one of the few that like can't understand romantic relationships. When a god comes down to the earth, they experience 10,000 years worth of love.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know what that feels like because she's been strictly forbidden to fall in any kind of romantic relationship. So she's like, is this what this is?
There's also another scene with her pretty much just sleeping together with Hestia and having this conversation. I know in the beginning Hestia was a little mad that she like kind of felt that way. She was pretty much saying, this new girl, that she had feelings for Belle, and Hestia was obviously getting annoyed at the whole thing. I think she was kind of saying she didn't understand it, and Hestia started to like
do her thing.
Be there for her friend.
Yeah.
And they both started crying about it, and this is all before a final battle scene.
The main guy, his power was getting so strong, and that power that he was shooting out into the sky and was like messing up, the moon and the forest around it, was affecting the monsters and basically making them go berserk. The main villain's power was so massive that it was basically affecting all of the monsters in the dungeons. And
so we probably saw a lot of characters from season 1 as well when that happened.
Yeah.
Because you got to see a lot of characters outside of just their little familias groups.
Yeah.
That were all fighting the monsters outside while Belle is kind of fighting the main guy.
When like all of the monsters start going berserk, like basically all of the familiar rivalry disappears. And everyone's just like, you know what, I'll help you out because, the world's in danger. There's no point of feuding between familiars. Like we all just all the adventurers have to come together to to stop the rampage. And so we see like a slideshow of, you know, all the different characters that you saw in the first season basically coming together to stop the monsters while Belle and Hestia and the crew are out there trying to defeat the final boss.
And of course after that there's emotional moments with Belle and Hestia and the new characters. What I don't really know is if we're gonna see these characters again in the next seasons, which has been scheduled to come out, but there's no like definite air date yet, but I'm assuming there's gonna be
I'm assuming it's not technically not canon with the series because like, it's not related to the series whatsoever. It's just set in the same universe.
I think it's a spin-off series. Did you watch? You didn't watch the other spin-off series, right?
Sword Art Oratoria.
No, yeah,
Sword Art Oratoria is canon because it's just...
It is canon.
Yeah, because it's just told from the perspective of a different character.
Which we didn't see Ice that much actually in this one.
We saw her in like
If you like her, which I did. I enjoyed her character in the past one. I'm still gonna watch the next season of DanMachi for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. I'm looking forward to it.
Shout outs to Bookwalker. Thank you guys so much for inviting me and Joey out to see the movie. It was super fun. Theater was really sick with it being so small. We also got to briefly meet Seiji Miyazaki, who is the editor for the light novels. And again, if you guys want to check out the light novels, go support the actual distributors in Japan. The link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Go subscribe to Joey. His channel will be in the description. Jane!
Yay! お兄ちゃん。何もいらないはずだったなのにまだ I'm so serious あらまだ間に合う Now I'm gonna break it out Baby それ誰そんなに甘くないよでもきっとそんなに悪くないよ Give me fire Light it up baby 燃やしちゃうぜ